Hello, Rosie here at Just Chill Baby Sleep. Today I am talking about toddler behaviour and bedtime. I'm asked often by clients and followers for tips on how to manage unruly bedtime behaviour and resistance to bed, along with many other things that toddlers do. So first of all, toddlers are designed to test limits. That's how they learn about the world. They will do this as part of learning the different parts of our lives and how different things they do affect them. They like to know where they stand and how you're going to react, and how you react can have a real effect on what they're doing. So what can help behaviour at bedtime and just generally? Good quality sleep. An overtired child is going to kick off more, be more upset, struggle to regulate their emotions even more than a child who is well slept. Nutritious food can help. Often an overtired toddler will become more fussy with food as well, so it's a bit of a chicken and an egg there. Activities, so doing really good activities, getting them outdoors, getting them stimulated is really helpful. A really good solid routine will help no end with bedtime. And also a lot of love as well, so giving them lots of love and affection throughout the day and at bedtime as well. Research says that when a young child's environment is super chaotic, i.e. no routine, lots of mess everywhere, not really knowing where they stand, that can negatively influence the development of the cortex, which is the part of our brain responsible for judgment. So therefore, they struggle even more to judge what's going on and what they should be doing. So if they have a tantrum, what do you do? If they're tantruming at bedtime, they don't want to get in the bath, they don't want to get out of the bath, they don't want to go to bed, they don't want a story, they don't know what they want. Wait, stop, think, pause before you react. Toddlers don't have self-control. The part of our brain that controls self-control doesn't really develop until the age of 3.5, 4, and even then they need our support to understand what's okay and what they can do. So always wait before you react and stay super calm, which I know is really hard. When you've had a long day, you're tired, you just want to get them to bed. But stay calm, pause. It's better to actually do nothing than it is to intervene in a negative way. So stop for a moment. Think about what they're doing and why they're doing it. Think about what they might need from you in that moment. It can sometimes help to verbalise your toddler's problem because they don't always know and they can't always verbalise it themselves, especially when language isn't developed effectively yet. So you can say to them, I can see you're very upset. Pause. See what happens. I can see that you don't want to get in the bath. That's okay. Wait a moment. Let them just ride through the emotions of what's going on. I like to say to them, what can I do to help you? Can sometimes help, not with all of them, potentially slightly older ones. Would you like a hug? Mummy's here with you, daddy's here with you. But you also need to get to a point where you are putting boundaries in there and being firm. So it's balancing, being kind but waiting. Always wait when they're tantruming and don't react straight away. Offer some support, try and verbalise what's going on, but also be firm. So you can say, it's time to have a bath now, for example, or it's time to go to bed now, it's time to sleep now. The tone that you deliver this in is really important. It should be firm but kind. So we're not shouting. If you say, it's time to go to bed now, all they hear is the shouting and the negativity and they will just start crying or tantrum more. You need to be firm but kind. Say, it's time for bed now, and wait again and see what they do. Obviously, sometimes little people can take a long time, especially if they're resisting certain parts of your bedtime routine. So leave enough time, have a really good lead up to bedtime. Start possibly an hour before you actually want them to be in bed, to give them the time to go at their pace. If they are enjoying the bath, I like to keep the bath generally to about 15 to 20 minutes, but if they are, don't be forcing them out really quickly and say, right, we've got to get out now because we're on a time limit. You know, the time's ticking, we've got to get out, because that's when they will kick off. You can try and make it fun and say, who can get in their pyjamas first? That's if there's two of them. Or you can say, I bet you can't beat me to the bedroom, and something like that, and then you make it fun and you make it a game. On the same vein as that, you can give them choices. So you can say, which pyjamas would you like to wear? Let them choose a book that you would like to read, to give them a bit of that control back in their lives, because for little people, they don't really have much control over anything that they do. We kind of make all the decisions for them, and it's nice to give them a bit of independence to choose something themselves. So choosing pyjamas, choosing a book, choosing a toy to take to bed, which I really, really like them to do. They might already have a comforter from when they were a baby, which obviously is great, but you can also introduce a toy. It's never too late. You can ask them to take a particular toy to bed with them, potentially say to them, I want you to look after Teddy tonight for me. I'm really proud of how well you look after Teddy, and give him a cuddle in the night. Something like that can be nice. Or if you're trying to implement a new bedtime routine and they're not used to doing it, you could even get them to choose a new toy to take to bed with them. The other thing that can be really helpful, and also for children with learning difficulties, is to have a picture chart on the wall, and you can make this together. It's a really fun activity. So say your child is called Rosie, just for argument's sake. You would have Rosie's bedtime routine, and even if they can't read your writing, it's worth writing at the top. And you would have a series of pictures, either drawn or cut out of magazines, or printed off the computer and cut out and stuck on. And you would have, Rosie has a bath, Rosie gets into her pyjamas, Rosie has a cup of milk, Rosie cleans her teeth, Rosie has a story, Rosie goes to sleep. And then you'd do a picture of Rosie asleep in her bed, and then you might do a picture of Rosie waking up in the morning with the sunshine, a nice big smiley face. And that can help just cement the things and the order which we do things as well, so they can know what to expect. When they know what's coming, they feel far safer and they feel more relaxed. Cortisol levels are low, and therefore they're more likely to go to bed. Talking of cortisol, when children get overtired, this can really affect bedtime. So you want to make sure that they're going to bed at a decent hour, an age-appropriate time. I would say anything up until 7:30 is good for children of preschool age. So before they're at school, they definitely need to be in bed by 7:30. Otherwise, you do risk them becoming overtired. The other thing with toddlers is they will think up every excuse in the book before they go to bed if they're trying to resist bedtime. So make sure you cover off all of those things. If they need a wee, make sure they've had a wee. If they needed a drink, make sure they've had a drink. Make sure they've got their favourite teddy. Make sure you give them a big kiss and a big cuddle before you put them to bed, so that all of those things are not going to be asked for. And be firm and say, it's time to go to sleep now, I love you, good night, sweet dreams, and you try leaving that room. Depending on the child, you might need to vary your approach. Some children work better if you stay with them until they're calm and sleepy. Others, it's better just to leave and let them get on with going to sleep, depending how they react. But we should always offer reassurance and help them have a great foundation for sleep, and help them have that lovely wind down in advance of sleep, and give the best possible conditions for them to learn to do it themselves and be happy and content in their sleep space, so that then they can grow into children and then into teenagers and then into adults that sleep really well, and they'll have all the benefits of good quality sleep, which will therefore improve their behaviour, which will improve their eating, and will make them a much happier, more balanced child. I hope that's helpful. Any questions or comments, please comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all of my new video content. Bye for now.